The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
Meet TAP, the Transit Assistance Program. TAP makes transit more affordable for people with lower incomes, with rides for just $1. To apply, it's easy. First, type go to metrotransit.org/tap to fill in your info. Then snap. Take a quick pic of your ID and one other accepted document, like an EBT card. Then tap, submit your application, and after getting approved, you'll get your TAP Go-To card mailed to you in about a week. Finally, load money on your card, then hop on any bus or light rail train to get where you're going for less. Apply in a few minutes and start saving money today. Learn more at metrotransit.org/tap.
You want a healthier lifestyle, but how do you get started? Then stick with it. By listening to the Fitness Revolution podcast with Shay Sandifer, of course. Your journey to greater well-being starts now.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? It's Coach Shay with Fitness Revolution. Deep breaths. We are in June. We are here. Summer is right around the corner officially. But today we're going to bring it back down a little bit. I want to talk about a series of events that have happened here in the Twin Cities over the last few days. And so some of you may have heard and some may have not. There was the little 4-year-old boy, Waze Ali Mohammed, that was found dead, autistic, in the water 500 feet from his home. They were looking for him. He was nonverbal, got out of the house with just pajama bottoms on and wandered to the pond and died, unfortunately. So we want to have a moment of silence for him, for his family and what they've endured. And then I want to dig deeper about a little bit of this. So let's just do a moment of silence. So yes, I just want to talk about the series of events that happened because it really touched my heart. I am not a mother of an autistic child, but I really brought me back to just being a good, kind human being and what that meant with always leading with empathy and love, which is our whole model for our business, is how can we lead with empathy and love. And so I watched this very closely as it unraveled pretty fast and thought about, the revolution of being well, as I was talking about, as we focus on racial health and equity through the lens of fitness, wellness, and nutrition, and what that looks like. And so one of those, as always, is movement. And I think about swimming, right? And so this topic came about. I was talking about this with a friend, and she said that someone asked her, why are autistic children, why don't they know how to swim? Well, just think about that. If they're not verbal, how can they take commands in order to learn how to swim, right? So I didn't even think of that, right? Like, why wouldn't he know how to swim? But I thought about what led up to that. He got out the house, which I know as just my children when they were little, they were so quick, right, to move out. So if someone that's nonverbal can just move, they're not saying anything, they're not probably making a lot of noise, they're not aware of the surroundings, and they're just wandering. But what really touched me was how they were addressing him. And as we're talking about, this month is Black, and I'm just focusing on this week, is Black men's health. And I think as he was a young Black baby boy, they kept referring to him as a young Black man. So I have to swallow and just take a minute because it literally takes my breath away, because you were looking for a 4-year-old. He was 4 years old, baby boy. That's a baby. And on top of it, when I really thought about it, I said, well, he's like 2. And then I talked to a mother of autistic children. She goes, he's like 0. Because if he's not verbal, that means he's not understanding commands. He's not going to be able to communicate what is going through his mind of what he needs to say. He's just wandering. He's just out there. And so it really touched me that immediately, they have put out this energy in looking for him, right? Is that you're looking for a young Black man. That's what he kept saying. It kept being said that we're looking for, you're not, you were looking for a young baby boy. And I think about the health of our Black men, right? So if that starts already at age 4 with Black men, to tell them that they're already a man. So that means they lose all of the years of them to be a baby. They lose all of that to be a toddler, to be a school age, to be junior high, high school before you become a man. He kept referring to him. And this is something I really want you to think about, is that when I put this story up, I had not one, not two, but 10 different white women say, why are they turning your baby boys into men already? Why is that narrative that way? And it was disturbing in some. They're like, so automatically he's a man. So I feel, and this is just what I'm seeing now. Just think if the narrative would have been beforehand, immediately, that we are looking for a baby boy that is in pajama bottoms instead of young man. I do feel he could have been found sooner, because immediately people aren't paying attention to the picture. They're paying attention to the story that's being told. So if people's eyes are out there, they're looking for a young man. And that's very detrimental, which clearly this was a fatal accident, right? He ended up wandering into water, which they were very afraid of that. There was a lot of water, and that happened. And so I want you to take a moment out of your day, whenever this is, and think about how you view people that don't look like you. What does that look like? That's all about equity and feeling as a human being and humanizing that person. Because to make someone an adult before they aren't, it can be very detrimental, as we've seen. And think about how you view people and how you describe them. It can mean life or death, everyone. It really, really can. And as I am learning more and more about autism and what that means, it's a different world, right? You might have one that's some are high functioning and some aren't. Some are nonverbal. I've heard both. I've seen both. And so, and that goes for anyone. It's not even if you have someone that is autistic, but be mindful of how we are viewing people and describing them in this world, because it really is life or death sometimes. And so as we're talking about physical fitness, as we know, Shalette is amazing. And she, there is a Family Achievement Center is having something called Swim Possible. And so this is specifically for parents that they had last week, and maybe they'll have another one, but I'm a little behind on the date, but you should still look into them. That's water safety for kids with autism. Right? So they made a special event. So if you're looking for ways to maybe help your child with physical fitness that maybe is dealing with autism, maybe start there. So again, it's Family Achievement Center. I'd reach out to them and see how they can maybe help your family that's maybe dealing with that. But also, I love the water safety, right? Water is huge to understand that. But I guess I never thought either how difficult it is for folks with special needs, with kids, to have this, to be able to say, well, my child needs to learn how to swim, or my child needs to learn how to be physically fit. And so I love these opportunities that can help, with this. And so I just really wanted to say that. So this is a big thing. I got this the other day at a workshop, and I love it. And I think this is something that we really need to work on: being kind, working hard together, staying humble in moments, right? Like imagine your 4-year-old child being lost at that moment. Smile at someone you don't know. Staying loyal to yourself. I wouldn't say necessarily staying loyal to yourself, what you believe is to be right, and doing the right thing. Being honest about what is happening. So if you see a young child, let's make sure you were saying child, not adult. Being thankful for where we're at. So that's a big thing. Being very thankful for where we're at and the resources we have to help our community. And as always, lead with love and empathy, right? Always lead with love and empathy. And I just love that they have that on there, because it really was fitting, because I think we need to have kind souls. We need to lead with empathy and love. We need to put ourselves in that situation like that mother and father was in that community, and how they're now torn up. Their baby boy is gone. And I don't believe it's anyone's fault. I think there's some amazing things that will be happening because of this that will bring community together. So make sure you're viewing people for where they are at and what they are, right? And that we are helping one another, that we keep loving each other. We keep forgiving each other for where we're at, and we help people out. As always, keep doing the right thing. Inhale the positive, exhale the negative. This is Coach Shay with Fitness Revolution. Thank you.
Check back next week for more on living your healthier lifestyle, and share previous episodes of Shay's podcast with your friends. Log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
It's not just another day in your life. Things are changing for the better. At Comcast, we see those changes, and we're thinking about how we use technology today to live, work, learn, and play. And we're building for the future now, so we're better prepared for the wants and needs of tomorrow. That's why Comcast is rolling out multi-gig internet speeds to more than 50 million homes and businesses before the end of 2025, making our already industry-leading network even faster, smarter, greener, and more reliable. Over the decades, Comcast has been your partner, working hard to serve your community, and will continue to be your partner. We're expanding our gigabits so you can enjoy the tiny bits that matter most.
You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.
In this job, I challenge myself and grow.
At Lutheran Social Service of Minnesota, Kelly makes a difference.
We see people, not disabilities. I'm here for them.
Lutheran Social Service is now hiring direct support professionals to work in our homes and empower people in our community. The work is rewarding, and so are the benefits. Full-time direct support professionals receive medical, dental, and vision plans, matched retirement savings, paid time off, and more.
LSS is a great organization. They recognize my talents and my desire to grow.
Kelly has advanced to a job as a training specialist, working with new employees to prepare them to support people with disabilities.
We're neighbors helping neighbors. So do work that matters. Grow with us.
Find your meaningful career at Lutheran Social Service, named a top workplace by employees. Learn more at lssmn.org/immediate openings. Ask about the hiring bonus. You might be eligible for up to $2,000.
Are you a woman known as a good listener? Do you have skills in de-escalating situations? Are you what they call a people person? Then the Minneapolis Police Department would like to meet you. Now in a rebuilding phase, the Minneapolis Police Department is recruiting more women to wear the badge. The department offers career options for women with a high school diploma or GED. There are also opportunities for women with 2- and 4-year degrees who are ready to apply their skills in new ways. Police work makes a great second career for social workers, teachers, nurses. Women in their 30s and 40s are welcome to apply. There's no age cap. You'll be paid while you train and mentored by veteran women officers invested in your success. Minneapolis also welcomes current police officers to join the state's largest department. Make a difference on the streets, working in your community, in a career with competitive salaries and generous benefits. Go to minneapolismn.gov and search police jobs to find out more.
The Minnesota Department of Health works in partnership with communities to provide safe and free on-site COVID-19 vaccines. These community events take place in familiar churches, community centers, clinics, and other spots that are close to home. Even if you were vaccinated in the past, you may still need the updated COVID-19 vaccine. This latest vaccine provides protection from newer variants circulating right now and continue to be very good at preventing severe illness, hospitalization, and death. To find a community vaccination event near you, call the Minnesota Department of Health COVID-19 Public Hotline. Call 1-833-431-2053 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Tuesday and Thursday between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. The number again is 1-833-431-2053.
If you live in an older home, it may contain lead-based paint on walls, woodwork, and windows. Even more bad news, lead exposure can be dangerous to young children and impact their brain development. And now, the good news. Hennepin County will fix lead hazards in your home at no cost to you.
We were worried because of the paint in the windows in the bedroom. They were peeling and chipping, and we know that when paint peels and chips and it looks a certain way, that's possibly lead. We were worried for our children more so than anything.
Eligible homes can qualify for up to $15,000 in upgrades. You may even qualify for new energy-efficient windows. Don't worry, Hennepin County has a trusted list of pre-approved contractors. You won't even have to find companies with correct licenses or certifications.
I've just done a test and it's positive. So we know that this is lead-based paint, and then we know it's a hazard because it's creating dust every time this window moves and opens. And if you look in here, that's just full of lead paint chips.
You won't have to stay with your cousin while you're getting the lead out. Hennepin County even pays for you and your family to stay in a hotel while the work is underway. The last good news is how easy it is to apply. Just go to hennepin.us/lead control to get started.
I'm really happy with the program. We can go to bed knowing that our children are safe.
That's hennepin.us/lead control. Tell your friends about it.